Hello everyone, I'm Beastly Eel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the 2-episode series premiere of The Acolyte. So in this, we're going to go briefly on what kind of happened and where we think this is going to go for the rest of the series. Season series, I don't think it's been notified, I don't think we know for sure if it's going to be multi-seasons. Anyway, my apologies. So this starts off with an assassin attacking a Jedi, or looking for a Jedi and then hunting them down and killing them. So this Jedi is Indra or Anadra, who is played by a very famous actress. She was in the Matrix series along with Jessica Jones in the Defender series. Harry and Moss. So this assassin attacks the Jedi, and the two of them begin to fight, really showing off their skills here. But in the end, the assassin was able to outsmart the Jedi, use their want to save everyone, and used it against them and killed them with a knife right through the heart. The assassin leaves, and we see the assassin wake up in a ship who is apparently um, a repair mech who just goes out on ships and repairs ships. That being said, come to find out that that is not the same person, although played by the same actress. Apparently, as we get to know the characters a little bit more, that the assassin is May, the sister who was thought to be dead, and the woman we see as the mech is Osha, who is a Jedi or former Jedi who left the Order 6 years ago to basically because she did not feel it was her best place. Okay? Well, she's being framed for it because the assassin looks just like her, and her sister is was thought to be dead. Well, the assassin is being, how do I want to phrase this? Is being the apprentice of a master. Now, this master has a red lightsaber. However, we don't know who this master is. This master has made a great deal of effort to make sure that even their apprentice, who they call the Acolyte, cannot know who they are, which I find very interesting. But I guess the idea is in case they fail against the Jedi and they lose, then they won't be able to give away the secrets. So this assassin then goes on to hunt down the second um, the second Jedi. Although we'll wait a little bit. The Master wants the acolyte to, or May, however you want to describe her, to beat the Jedi without a weapon, to prove their ability, and to prove that they are the stronger one. So while all this is going on, we find out that Osha, how she became into the, how she got into the order, and the fact that we see how resourceful she is as well, and that she has a great care to want to save people still, even though it bites her in the butt. She's getting visions of her sister and everything else, and she meets her former master, Soul. Apparently, what they're finding out is during all of this, that was basically, like I said, the first episode. In the second episode, they really have to focus on bringing Osha to May to kind of help out, figuring out who's what's going on, and to prove that, Osha's innocent and it was actually somebody else that killed the Jedi. So they begin doing what they need to do. They start to try to hunt down May because she goes to after a second master who is, and this is the weirdest thing I've ever seen, but it was a meditation, but a meditation so powerful that the force was surrounding him. He was floating, and the force was surrounding him so much so that it created a force field that was unbreakable by May. She tried everything. Well, she went back to her accomplice, Kamir, who gave her a poison to give the master. Um, that's when Saul and his team go in to investigate the Jedi Temple because they knew that it was broken into a couple of days earlier, or the night before, by an assassin that looked just like Osha. Well, apparently, what happened was she's getting revenge on four Jedi who were stationed at her home planet where she supposedly died. However, she was the one that caused the fire. That being said, it's most likely the reason why the fire was caused was due to her Force abilities awakening and her not being able to control them appropriately. And she wants to basically punish the Jedi who were stationed on her planet that did not save her the way they were supposed to. So she convinces the one in the master who is meditating to take her poison and drink it. And it was during that time that he agrees and actually takes the poison and he dies. They then try to figure out where she is. They scope out the place where where they assume she gets the poison from. They find Kamir and they have Osha go in disguised as May to speak to him. They get enough information to find out that she is a master, meaning May has a master, and that she's going to kill four Jedi. And it is very obvious who those four are. We've already met two of them because unfortunately they've died, and the third one is Soul. And they said who the fourth one was, but I do not know who that is. But anyway, we then have Soul go after May, and the two of them begin to fight. He basically wants to know everything about her and figure out kind of a better idea of what's going on. So he allows the fight to continue. However, he's not actually doing any fighting, but he's removing all her blades and everything else, basically demonstrating his power. During all this, they find out that she thinks Osha died. And it turns out, obviously, Osha did not. And Osha thought May died. But so did Soul. Also thought that May died because they both thought they saw her perish. Now, we're not quite sure exactly what happens. It's very unclear as to exactly what happens at that time. I'm assuming we're going to find out as the series progresses. But for right now, something had to have happened where both sisters thought the other died. During this, she uses the Force to escape and get away. Osha finds her sister, tries to stun her, unable to do so, and the sister takes off. She then finds out where the third Jedi Master is. The Jedi who was stationed on her planet was a Wookiee Jedi, and she's going to take off to go there. We then have we have Soul, who is now being ordered to go back to the Jedi Temple, even though he knows where the Acolyte is going to go. And the order basically states that they need to discuss this further and have a better idea of what's going on, and they are not going to allow him to just go off on emotion alone. So he's ordered back, along with Osha, Yard, and Tobin. Yard is a Jedi Knight, and Tobin is Soul's new Padawan. They're ordered to go back. So before the episode ends, we actually get to see the fourth and final Jedi, who is apparently living on a planet where it's a ship that crashed down, and he's living inside of it. A couple of scavengers try to raid it. He comes in, scares them, they try to blast him. He uses the Force to pull the blasters in, crushes them in their hands, and scares them away. And he goes inside of a ship, and that is the end of the episode. So what we have here is we know in the next episode we're going to have May going after this Jedi Wookiee. However, we don't know whether or not Soul and his team are actually going to be able to go there and fight and protect this particular Jedi. It's going to be interesting to see. May is a powerful opponent who is using the dark side, because it would make sense that if Osha was Force sensitive, that so would her twin sister because they're supposedly identical, which would make the most amount of sense. That being said, it is literally the opposite of what Osha was. We also don't know who the Master is, although the Master is apparently pulling all the strings, and Soul now knows there's a Master. However, unclear as to who the master is and what the master is actually teaching May. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. Overall, the fight scenes in this show have been amazing already, and it's only been 2 episodes. Now, they are incredible fight scenes. They are not lightsaber fight scenes, but they are just hand-to-hand combat, and I'm not gonna lie to you, really awesome. Very much interested to seeing where the fight scenes are going to go, especially when we get to lightsaber territory. Are we going to get like full on like great battles, or are we going to get like one shots? Are we going to see like somebody so powerful just going in and slaying Jedi? We'll have to wait and see. My guess would be is slaying Jedi, but we'll have to wait and see to know for sure. Let me know what you guys thought about these 2 episodes in the comments down below. Did you like them? Did you not? And why? And as always, if you like the content you see, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. Other than that, this is going to be Beastly Eel signing out. Have a great night.